The Suplah.
Hello wrestling fans and welcome to another edition of, well, it's not another edition, it's a smaller edition, an Andy size edition of the Suplah. I am in a hotel room with Sam Brooks.
Hi!
That sounded weirder than I thought. Anyway,
CM Punk.
CM Punk came back and it was amazing. It's probably the greatest thing in the history of the business. Meanwhile, SummerSlam happened and it was the shittest thing in the history of the business. Thank you for joining us, and that was fun.
Okay, Punk's back.
Yes.
Fucking weird.
The best thing ever.
So weird.
The greatest thing ever.
Greatest thing ever. How long was he gone for?
7 years.
7 years.
7 years.
And now he's back.
That I don't want to call it a debut because that doesn't make sense.
A return.
A return was probably the best return ever. I would argue that's now up there with Scott Hall turning up on Nitro. Probably
You think
bigger,
so?
Probably bigger.
Bigger.
Like,
Better.
I mean, it's just the fact that...
Faster.
What?
Stronger.
Oh, right, he's doing a thing. But anyway, so the point is, it was probably the best thing I've ever witnessed. I actually watched it live. It was just like nothing I've ever seen, and I've been watching this thing for a very long time. So it helps. It was in Chicago.
Chicago.
If it wasn't in Chicago, I think that would have been
Big key point there.
pretty bad.
Absolutely.
But no, I mean, the fact it was in Chicago, they actually went along with a promise and actually kept it, is refreshing on so many levels. And oh yeah, it's CM Punk.
Big fan. Bigger fan. Well, smaller fan, but bigger fan. I'm also a fan. He has indigestion.
Yes.
I'm very happy with this. It's going to get me into AEW proper, I think.
Well, I think what this has done is I think it's done it for not just yourself, but for other people. I
Absolutely.
think that's the thing. The only thing I would have changed, I think, would have been maybe have Punk have some sort of altercation with Darby Allin at the end of the night. Like a face off type of thing.
You gotta save that first taste of Punk doing any sort of in-ring maneuver.
That's why I don't run AEW.
We gotta do it at All Out, which is in what, 2 weeks?
September 5th, 6th, 7th?
September 5th, 6th, or the 7th. One of those 3 days.
Whatever the Sunday
Write it down.
So, I mean, it was damn near perfect, if not actually perfect. I mean...
Everyone got free ice cream bars.
It was just one of those things where even if CM Punk's run turns out to be shit, at least that as a moment was a...
But this isn't the UFC. Thing. So this is what Punk knows.
Yes.
It's pure pro wrestling. Bread and butter.
Yes.
Peanut butter and jelly.
Time.
Parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme.
No, I was talking about like Rampage being 1 hour was really good.
1 hour.
They fit this all in 1 hour. They had 3 matches, Punk's debut. That's 4 things. They did all
backstage things here and there as well.
1 hour.
1 hour.
SummerSlam was 5 hours long. It didn't end until 5 a.m. in this country. It got to the point where I just sort of had enough and literally lost the will to live.
We all got collectively gassed in about the 3rd match in, I think. Let's run down the card.
Sorry, I fell asleep because I'm that tired. Literally, I don't want to run down the card. It was
well, you had Big E and Baron on the pre-show, which amounted to nothing. Not really into that whole thing. I want Big E to cash in and be champion.
Well, the issue I have is the pacing of this whole show is just wrong. Like, if you have every single match being finisher kick out, finisher kick out. This is the same maybe for AEW and some of their shows in the past. It kind of just, it doesn't mean anything by the time you get to the end. It doesn't mean it, like, I'm tired. You got to bear in mind it's like 4 or 5 in the morning. Like, these shows do not need to be any more than 3 hours, maybe 2.
3 hours would be perfect.
Like, don't go, like, the fact that they did a segment with, I fucking hate this gimmick, it's so shit, of Johnny Drip Drip.
John Morrison and The Miz getting sprayed with water guns by Xavier Woods cosplaying as Scott Hall.
Why?
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 I don't know.
Okay.
This is the point, right? There's so much pointless shit in the show
but by
that you
point,
could easily just trim it all out.
By that point, it was 4 o'clock in the morning, and I'm like, you please make the pay-per-view end.
It was 4 o'clock in the morning. We were watching them drive in with a van, being like, oh, it's the drip van, or the drip-mobile, or whatever they called it. Like, Becky Lynch came back.
Oh, fuck all that.
And destroyed Bianca Belaire's entire title reign.
You know what? They apparently, according to Dave, knew that Sasha Banks was not actually going to be available. You were saying this was going to be in a pub, like...
8 days. 8 days prior to SummerSlam, they knew that Sasha Banks wasn't going to be performing against Bianca Belair. So what do? They have Carmella come out.
No, they know that it's worse than that. You're not selling it right.
Tell the people.
They do that hype video package thing they do for every like major feud.
So we're expecting Bianca versus Sasha.
So they send Bianca out.
Champions out first. They did that a lot.
So they send Bianca out, and then they go, Sasha ain't here, LOL.
Sasha cannot compete.
So you literally promoted this match to take place to the very final second, knowing full well 8 days ago that you couldn't put it on. Meanwhile, CM Punk debuts, and they didn't even tell you it was going to happen. They hinted at it, and they seriously like made it blindingly like obvious, but they didn't outright say it, and they still delivered. So then, all right, fine. Carmella comes out and was like, oh, and then cool, right?
Becky Lynch is back from baby leave.
I was like, all right, cool, all right. At least have a match. Rock bottom. That's it. In what? How many seconds was it?
27. All of that goodwill that was built up with Bianca Belair being the new star, the new marquee woman, beating Sasha at WrestleMania in the main event. It's all gone. It's all completely gone. 2 moves. 2 moves. A punch. What was it? A man of war? Whatever the fuck she calls that move. Manhandle slam. That was it. One of those. And Bianca's just gone. Completely gone now. All of it's whittled away. And people always say, I've
got rage.
That you should wait these things out to see where it goes. I don't like where it is now. I'm going to complain. I have 0 faith.
They built this character up to be almost like the next generation, and it was just like rock bottom. Goodbye.
Becky's back. Fuck off. Becky was on Raw before she left. Now she's back for SmackDown. Of all the people they could have picked to do that,
well, I wouldn't mind Becky winning.
I'm happy Becky's back.
Yeah, but I wouldn't even mind Becky winning. It was just a case of like, I don't know, don't do it in 20 seconds.
Not like this.
Like,
what was the point? What was the point?
You just buried Bianca there completely.
Yeah.
And there's no coming out from that now.
But hey!
Because she looks like a fucking idiot going for it.
Charlotte! $12. We're on number 12. 12 title wins. 11 title losses.
You know what? People cheering. And to every single person in that stadium that was cheering that, you're a dickhead.
Why?
Why are you doing that? Stop. You're part of the problem. You are to blame for this.
Rhea is good.
In 6 months, when you're sick to death of this, I will point back to this exact moment and I'll go, it is your fault because you cheered it, and Vince has gone, ho, they love Charlotte. So, well done, numbnuts. Well done. Congratulations.
Rhea's good. Nikki's
No.
got a terrible gimmick now.
That's her idea, apparently, isn't it?
Just a shit idea.
Just stop. Just stop.
Who said creative control was a good idea?
It's never been good. Ever.
Oh. I don't like Charlotte's booking. Could have easily just given Rhea the championship back,
This makes me sad.
and I would have been happy. I don't care what anyone else thinks, I want to be happy. I don't think that's selfish.
Ha ha ha, you don't like what you like.
You're like, Charlotte. Again.
No.
And then, the main event. John Cena vs. Roman Reigns.
I fell asleep.
He fell asleep.
I couldn't.
I
Like,
screamed
this-
in agony multiple times.
Oh, the problem is, it's not even like it's. Every spot that they did, it was blindingly obvious it wasn't going to end. It's like, because they just repeat the same crap. Like, oh, AA doesn't work. Superman punch doesn't work. I'll do an AA off the top rope, like I do in every match now. Doesn't work. Doesn't work. Like, it's tedious and dull, and it's back to my original point. If you have this finisher kick out crap, or signature finisher kick out crap, on a regular basis, it dilutes everything. I did not believe for a singular second that Roman was going to lose at any point, and it made me fall the fuck asleep. I couldn't do it. Like, I've seen it so many times in 5 hours. I was like, I'm done. It's 5 a.m. I can see the sun come up, and I can't be arsed anymore.
The sun comes up and it has 2 scoops of fuck you.
Like, I just don't.
Not only this, your favourite person in the entire world returned. As a babyface. Not literally. Grown in a beard.
He looks like a
Got a bit of a thing going on here now as well.
He looks like some sort of bland, beefy onion. He had no personality, so he had to grow a beard and have a funny haircut.
One, Brock Anthony Lesnar.
I don't care.
He returned.
Don't care.
And he's now gonna fight Roman Reigns. Oh, Paul Heyman's having a bit of an awkward Sunday dinner, isn't he?
See this face?
Yeah?
This is my I don't care face.
Brock is a babyface. This is a change of pace.
No, it's not. It's just the same thing. He's gonna suplex everyone as usual.
Mm-hmm.
And then F5 people at the end.
No, he could have a funny hat. And have a boombox.
I love how Vince just fucking freaked out and panicked. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, my God, very good. Oh, Zen and Rock. I had... No, he looks different. Oh, he's a good guy. Oh, it looks like he's
better now.
He looks like a human onion. Oh, it's weird because Paul Heyman's in the mix. Oh, shut up. Just shut up.
Okay, so SmackDown's main event has lost all of its composure then.
Yeah, it's just Roman's winning this feud again, isn't it? It's Rock and Roman at Mania. That's what's going to happen.
You know what?
They're building up to this. He beats Cena, he beats Brock. If you smell what the Rock is cooking rock bottom, the end.
I hope you're right.
That's what's happening. They
I
have
hope
to
he's
build
right.
up. They have to build Roman up by destroying everybody that's been dominant in the past 20 years.
And then if you smell
And then he just like does,
jabroni beating,
yeah, and
pie eating,
That's what's happening.
WrestleMania. Don't break your neck again. Because you got movies to film.
Who's The Rock?
Yeah.
Did he break his neck?
He had like an issue with his match with John Cena, didn't he? Like he tore a pec or something.
Oh no, yeah, he did tore a pec. And he bugged up his leg as well, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So don't do that again.
It's like big beefcakes that literally look like some sort of boulder shouldn't be actually doing what he used to do for a living.
I mean, look on the bright side. At least Bobby Lashley put a definitive end to Goldberg. Oh, wait. No, he didn't.
Oh, wait. I don't care.
His son is now involved. And that feud is continuing.
Yeah, but I don't care, because Ray's son's involved in another... This is what I mean. You would do the same thing twice in one night. The sons. Wrestler and son. 2.
Goldberg and Child.
Goldberg and Sunberg. I don't care.
Gorg and Sorg.
What's his actual name?
Gage. Gorg and Gage.
Bill. Dude.
I
know he has a wife or had a partner with his kid. Gage.
No, he did it all on his own. He just willed his son into existence. He's like Derek.
I was about to say really inappropriate.
Mm-hmm.
I just decided to stop.
Mm-hmm. So, we've
And then the baby sort of appears.
We've covered everything, haven't we?
Yes, we did, yes.
Was there anything we forgot about? Oi-de-doy-de-doy-de-doy.
No.
Oi-de-doy-de-doy.
You can't do that.
Oh, I'm Batman with the face mask.
What was with the face mask?
I don't know. When people break their noses, do they have to put on the Batman mask?
I think
Is that what they do?
there was a footballer recently.
There was a footballer.
I can't remember his name. But he basically had to have a face mask on because somebody twatted his nose.
Wow.
But here's the thing.
I'm running through the fields like I'm Batman.
The match was not too bad. It's probably the second best because he had Seth and Edge.
Seth and Edge. Very good. Came out with the Brood theme and then you think you know me. Do all that. That was a good match.
Yeah, I mean, but it's those things are hurt by the fact the pay-per-view is 82 hours long. It's sort of the same thing in every match. Stupid segments like water.
Drip, drip.
Shut up.
Drip.
It's just fucking drip, drip. I needed to be on a drip, drip. That crap. And there was that, and I don't know, it just... When you compare AEW to this, it was it's just overproduced.
Night and day.
There's nothing organic about it. It's just overproduced. It's just...
I, for one, cannot wait for Wednesdays now.
Yeah, I'm just sort of at a point now where I'm I didn't watch WWE really, besides the occasional thing here and there. It's made me go, you know what, I'm going to stick with AEW.
Don't blame you.
Sorry.
I think I might be in that crew as well.
AEW, Mark.
AEW, I just love Christian Cage.
I just love... Outwork everyone. What? Look... AEW isn't perfect by any stretch of imagination because AEW do this. AEW put on 82-hour events as well. Wrestling just needs to start doing this.
It's too long.
Too long.
Short attention span.
Well, not only that.
Short attention span.
Sure, let's go with that. But yeah, I think that's it, really, isn't it?
That's pretty much it.
Wonderful. I'm going to go to sleep.
Go. There's a bed there. There's a bed there. This has been the Suplah. Thank you for tuning in to this weird once-in-a-lifetime edition. He's literally fallen asleep now. I don't blame him. Till next... Aha! Till next time.
I've been again.
That's Sam Brooks.
I will see you on the next Suplah, which might be this week or maybe not. I don't know. I get sad sometimes or happy. It depends. Live my life, hold my world. Goodbye.
The Suplah.